Several women in Saudi Arabia got behind the wheel on Saturday in what has been dubbed a day of defiance. They were taking part in a campaign to protest against the country's ban on female drivers. There are reports that 2 women were stopped by the police in the capital, Riyadh, and the Red Sea port city of Jeddah. Saudi Arabia is the only country in the world where women are forbidden to drive. Earlier, I spoke to Samia El-Moslimany, a women's rights activist in Saudi Arabia. She was also one of 60 women who got in a car to drive in protest against the ban on women drivers in the country.
Today, it seems like that there's a lot more positive. A lot of the times we get a lot of naysayers and a lot of people that are speaking out against and saying that basically this is not the right course of action.
What does the average citizen in Saudi Arabia think about women driving?
I think that there's a lot of people that believe that it is a woman's right. It's not something that should be prohibited. But I think that unfortunately, the majority of people seem to think the time is not right. I've been here for 30 years, and 30 years ago, they said the time was not right. So I don't think that there's any better time than now. But I think there's a social evolution happening.
I was reading, Samia, that 22 years ago, the idea of women driving was first introduced. Why do you believe that it's taken so long?
I think that there's a balance between the very conservative religious elements. I don't want to say religious because I consider myself religious. I consider Tamadir, Iman al-Nafjan, Madih al-Arouj. We're all religious and we're all practicing Muslims. But I think that perhaps the conservative elements of society, for some reason, seem to think that it's something that's going to lead towards haram. It's going to lead towards things that are not right for the society. And they have a certain power in the country.
I understand. Would you say it's more about religion or the actual law itself, or both intertwined? What's it going to take to overturn this ban on women driving?
It's important. There's not a law. There's not an actual law. And this is why women are going out and driving. And they're not actually, the violations that they're getting are not violations, the actual violations. The violation that I received and the violation that Tamada received today was driving without a license, which is not correct because she was licensed, I was licensed. So I think but I think the religious, even there's been religious, statements from the religious leader saying that it's not against the religion, just saying that it's not right for this culture and for the social climate at the time.
I understand that King Abdullah recently said, I believe it was in 2011, that there would be a day when women would be driving and voting. Does there seem to be a lot of support for his ideas?
There doesn't seem to be a lot of support. There seems to be a lot of people saying there's nothing wrong with it, but not people ready to throw their weight behind it. And I think the fact that King Abdullah said that is the weightiest element that we have for this campaign.